Hey guys, welcome back. Today I just wanted to update everyone on the audition requirements for coming to study at the University of North Texas. Right now is the fall of 2019 and we're talking about auditions that will happen in this coming cycle to start for fall 2020. I posted a video last year with the initial things that we were working on that we changed that were coming up, and so I just want to say that they're basically the same for this year. I've gotten a few questions about whether or not there's any openings, if people can come, and of course, yes, there are openings. We would love to have you. We hope that you can apply. We'd love to hear you play, and we hope that we can find a way to get as many of you that want to come and study here at UNT. And that's for undergrad or for masters. So if you're thinking masters, and even we do have the DMA available as well. If you're thinking that you might want to audition, send in an application and we will hopefully see you here in the early months of 2020. So I'm just going to go through the different programs so that we can talk about exactly what you'll need to be doing. So fall of 2019, this is the audition requirements. You're going to play one Rochu etude, any one of them from 1 to 60 unaccompanied. We're going to play one of these bebop melodies: Billy's Bounce, Ornithology, Anthropology, or Bebop. So look those up, figure out which one you want to play. Billy's Bounce is totally fine. If you want to be more adventurous, go ahead and check out one of those others. One medium or medium up swing tune from the American Songbook. So that's something like Cole Porter, Jerome Kern, Gershwin, something that has words that's been turned into a jazz standard. All the Things You Are, I Got Rhythm, Autumn Leaves, any of that type of songs, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about a Sonny Rollins tune, we're not talking about a Bird tune, we're not talking about a JJ tune, we're talking about a song that has words and that is very much a part of that jazz canon. So that's medium or medium up swing that you want to play. You want to play the melody and you play a couple choruses of improvisation. One jazz ballad performed at a tempo of 60 or slower. That's a jazz ballad, so that's pretty open to what you want to do. A straight eighth known to bossa nova, mambo, Latin, something straight eighths. All right, so that's kind of pretty open too. I'm interested to see what you guys are working on, what you like, and that informs, our musical interaction. So the choice of songs is just as important to show off, your strengths. So make sure you pick things that, number one, that you like, and number two, that you think will represent your musical skills as best as you can. And then the last thing you'll need to do is do a jazz transcription of your choice. It needs to be at least 32 measures. So if you're doing a blues, that's at least 3 choruses, but not to exceed 64 bars. So at the most, 2 choruses of a regular tune or 1 chorus of a tune that has a long form or something like that. So we're just looking for that much. That's either JJ, Curtis, Slide Hampton, Frank Rosolino, Carl Fontana. I've had some questions. What about this? What about that? Nope, I want one of those 5. Why? Because I feel like those 5 have very idiomatic jazz vocabulary and is an important part of studying jazz trombone. So that's the type of stuff that we're going to study here, and so I want to get a sense of where you're at on that type of material. So do take some time to figure out what you want to play there. That can be unaccompanied, with and without music. All right, so please bring copies of the transcription, whether you do it yourself or you get it from a book. Please do bring copies of all that. Everything is the same for masters except for the following things. So as an undergrad, you have to take a classical audition too. So you need to look up the classical audition requirements also on the website. You can find it on unt.edu. You can find all of that information. I'll put it in the description below so you can find it, but I'll send you to the jazz trombone requirements, and you can find the classical trombone requirements as well. So undergrads only, you need to do that classical audition as well. So for the master's requirements, they're pretty much the same. You don't have to do the classical audition, but you do need to do, instead of any of the melodies that were listed before, confirmation. I want to hear you play confirmation as a master's student, in addition to the ballad, the straight eighth, the medium swing, and the Rochu. So hopefully that is clear. Same kind of applies for the DMA. So we're going to have one Rochu, confirmation, medium or medium up swing from the songbook, jazz ballad, straight eighth note feel, and optional is one original composition. Same thing for masters. One original composition is possible to include and would be great to include. I love to hear students' originals, so feel free to send those along in addition to everything else. There's some more information about recordings. They don't need to be professional quality if you're sending in a pre-screen/video audition. You don't have to, it should just clearly demonstrate your musical abilities. It doesn't have to be super studio quality, but do take the time to make sure you get at least a Zoom or something like a Zoom and place it in a good place so there's good balance and all of that. So make sure you just do the best job you can. And there's some more details on the UNT Jazz Trombone website, so you can check that out. So I'll put that down below. You can see that, and we can't wait to hear your auditions. Please let me know any questions. It's nicholas.finzer@unt.edu is where you can contact me about this sort of stuff, this UNT stuff, at my UNT email address. So we can't wait to see you all for the live auditions, and thanks for applying. And we'll see you in early 2020. Let me know if you have any questions.